ride, Juice!
Thirsty? Well, if you're craving one of the 20 greatest discontinued drinks of all time, you're out of luck. Jolt Cola.
Say hello to today's mission.
Jolt Cola?
Jolt Cola was launched in the 1980s as the first ever energy drink. Jolt Cola was advertised as having all the sugar and twice the caffeine. For caffeine junkies, it was a dream. But for some unknown reason, they stopped producing it back in 2010. But in 2017, they brought it back again with an exclusive distribution deal at Dollar General stores.
Buy it!
This is odd for a company that had earlier been distributing it everywhere. After that distribution deal petered out, Jolt was discontinued completely. It really was a revolutionary drink for its time. All the energy drinks that came afterwards can thank the cola with the added caffeine for boosting the energy of its consumers. Snapple Elements drinks.
I'm gonna stop by the cafeteria. Lemon Snapple.
Snapple Elements brought a wide variety of flavors to consumers in the 90s. Because people really loved it, there are petitions still circulating online today for the company to bring it back. The flavors of Snapple Elements were really unique. There was an agave cactus juice flavor, an orange spark flavor, and a dragon fruit flavor, among others.
I've been sent by the Flavorverse to find which new Snapple Elements is for you.
The drinks came in glass bottles, which is another thing people truly loved about them. The bottles were also decorated with interesting graphics and were oddly shaped, making them stand out even more. Snapple Elements were advertised as energy drinks, but people raved mostly about the taste. Eventually, these amazing drinks were discontinued quite suddenly. Fans complained that had there at least been some forewarning about their eventual removal, they would have stocked up on their favorites beforehand. SoBe Green Tea. SoBe Green Tea was really good green tea, according to many of its fans. And it too came in a glass bottle, which many people really appreciate. For some wild reason or another, green tea and 22 other SoBe flavors were discontinued. No explanation was given as to why. There are other SoBe drinks on the market, but when they get rid of a certain flavor, there are always going to be a group of consumers who wish it was still around. Diet Pepsi Jazz.
And 2 Diet Pepsis and 1 Pepsi regular.
When it was available, Diet Pepsi Jazz came in a few flavors. The flavors produced were caramel cream Diet Pepsi Jazz, black cherry and French vanilla Diet Pepsi Jazz, and strawberries and cream Diet Pepsi Jazz. The drinks were released in 2006, but by 2008, Pepsi decided to discontinue all of these flavors. Needless to say, the consumers who had come to enjoy the drinks were really upset. Diet drinks in unique flavors are always a big hit. Anyone on a restricted diet or just trying to cut down on their sugar intake enjoys having a variety of flavors where their beverages are concerned. Dr. Pepper Berries and Cream. Dr. Pepper Berries and Cream mixed the unique, delicious taste of Dr. Pepper with the refreshing flavors of raspberries and cream. Sometimes when you mix 2 amazing flavors, you get an even better one. And this Dr. Pepper was just that. Many fans were quickly enamored with the drink, and they considered the flavor a definite winner. But for some unknown reason, the drink was discontinued in 2007. Sprite Remix.
And I have Sprite. You like Sprite? You want to stay for some Sprite and some chicken, huh?
Sprite is known as the cool, clear, caffeine-free soda, and Sprite Remix was essentially the same drink in a host of fruity flavors. They ranged from tropical to Aruba jam. A lot of people who remember the drinks were real fans of the choices offered, but the sodas simply disappeared from store shelves in 2005.
Nothing left in here. I can't believe this is how it ends.
In 2016, the company did bring back a similar flavor, Sprite Tropical Mix, for a limited time run, but whether Sprite Remix will truly return for good is questionable. Black Cherry Vanilla Coke.
Bloody as hell, and oh yeah, look at this, vanilla Coke.
Black Cherry Vanilla Coke only managed to stay on the market for a year, from 2006 to 2007. People who are nostalgic enjoyed it because it reminded them of the famous cream drinks, mixed with a hint of cherry. When you try to click on the drink's namesake on the Coca-Cola website, all you get is an error message. This would make us believe that it will not be returning anytime soon. But lo and behold, there are still people who continue to search for it. Coca-Cola's Surge.
Surge. Suck it down.
One of Coca-Cola's responses to compete with Mountain Dew was Surge. It was a soda/energy drink hybrid, which gained a huge following soon after it was introduced. A soda that contained a huge amount of maltodextrin for energy, it was basically an earlier form of the modern-day energy drink.
Possibly the greatest living inventor.
However, Surge was officially discontinued in 2003. That is, until the Surge Movement Facebook group with its 300,000 fans somehow convinced Coca-Cola to bring back the soda in 2010. There's power in numbers. For a short while, Surge could be purchased on Amazon and even at some Burger King locations. The official website informs us that Surge will be discontinued shortly, yet again. Crystal Pepsi.
Clearly Canadian. Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi was considered a massive flop almost immediately after its release in 1992. As a result, it was taken off of the market, and it completely disappeared in 1993. But the strange thing is that people really claim to have loved it. Hence, Crystal Pepsi's limited return in 2015, then in 2016, and then in 2017. Pepsi insisted in 2017 that that was going to be the absolute last time that they would ever bring it back. Hi-C Ecto Cooler. Hi-C Ecto Cooler first hit store shelves when the movie Ghostbusters 2 was released in theaters. The green-colored drink was a marketing collaboration with the movie company. After disappearing, Hi-C Ecto Cooler was then brought back for the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot.
I'm in Ghostbusters? Cool.
It had always been intended as a limited edition drink, and when the movie franchise was revived, the drink was as well, for another limited edition re-release. But true fans of the drink were still very upset when the drink was discontinued for a second time in December of 2016. Gatorade Lemon Ice.
Gatorade, is it in you?
When Gatorade introduced this drink, it was deemed to be a limited edition flavor. So from the very beginning, Gatorade lovers who appreciated even the idea of this new flavor knew that they had to run, not walk, to their local grocery store to grab a bottle or two before the drink would either sell out or be off of the shelves for good. As intended, eventually the Gatorade Lemon Ice flavor disappeared in 2015. And yet fans still kept on searching for it all the way through 2017. Gatorade finally had to resort to an official announcement on its official social media account, letting their fans know the final truth, that their favorite flavor was definitely no longer available. Volt Soda. First released in 2005 as yet another attempt at competing with Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola's Volt was super caffeinated, and it tasted like lemon lime soda. It was considered to be a very refreshing drink and did really well. So people were really surprised when the popular soda was discontinued suddenly in 2011. Volt was such a popular drink while it was in circulation that there is actually still a high demand for unopened cans on the secondary market. After all, there are hoarders out there, and people are willing to pay. These unopened gems command some pretty big bucks. Kool-Aid Great Bluedini.
Oh yeah!
Kool-Aid's Great Bluedini flavor was promoted with a magician octopus mascot on its packages. This drink was pretty cool because it changed its color when you mixed it up, which delighted anyone who had the chance to make it. And it wasn't just fun to make, it was delicious as well. Besides, everyone loves a gimmick. Because of its popularity, it came back to store shelves in 2014, long after it had been discontinued. But eventually, it was gone from shelves for good. Fruitopia. Customers of Fruitopia were huge fans from the moment the drink hit store shelves in 1994 until it was finally discontinued in 2003. It just could not manage to overcome some of the obstacles that appeared in its path. There was a lawsuit after they supposedly bribed grocery stores to display Fruitopia more prominently, and they switched their tagline to, "We just want to make you feel good," which many people did not respond to.
I don't care about any of this, really.
They also got rid of a bunch of flavors because of poor reception. While the brand can still be found in Canada, it has become obsolete everywhere else. Some people claim that one of its flavors has been very cleverly disguised as Strawberry Minute Maid, found in some McDonald's locations. Mountain Dew Typhoon.
But I have a Mountain Dew with limited edition X Games packaging in here.
Mountain Dew Typhoon, previously known as flavor number 509, was basically a tropical fruit punch, a mix of strawberry and pineapple. It was first released in 2010 alongside Mountain Dew Distortion and Whiteout as part of the brand's second Dewmocracy lineup. Its color had a pinkish-orange look. It was partially created by fan suggestion, and it appeared on store shelves from 2009 until 2011. When this drink disappeared, it actually caused its fans to petition for its return. Apparently, after having disappeared for more than a decade, Mountain Dew Typhoon will be available once again, but only in limited quantities. However, you can only buy this flavor online at the Dew store. You have to be a Dew HQ member. According to information on the website, it is a free member portal made just for the Dew Nation. That is your secret gateway to getting the Mountain Dew Typhoon flavor. The fruity flavor will cost $12 for a 6-pack of 16-ounce cans. Because this new release is so exclusive, each customer can only purchase 2 cases per order. Josta. Josta was an energy drink before energy drinks were a dime a dozen and found everywhere. Josta was introduced by Pepsi in 1995. It disappeared in 1999, but fans of this drink have been trying to bring it back through a variety of campaigns ever since it disappeared. Dr. Pepper Red Fusion. Dr. Pepper Red Fusion was a cherry-flavored Dr. Pepper. It was brought to the market in 2002, and it was an immediate hit. But by 2004, it was no longer on the shelves. The fans of this drink were really upset by its disappearance. Some of them even created an online petition to bring it back. Skinny Water. This was one of the most flavorful, low-calorie energy drinks ever invented. Each of the Skinny Water flavors had a different assortment of vitamins added to it, so they were all designated not only to hydrate, but also to replenish assorted nutrients into your system. The flavors were very refreshing, and there was absolutely no aftertaste. They were a huge fan favorite. Pepsi Blue.
Why is it blue?
Pepsi Blue mixed berries and Pepsi into a delicious combination in 2002. In 2004, the drink was discontinued in the US. However, if you happen to be living in the Philippines, you can probably still find it. So if you really need Pepsi Blue in your life, the solution might be a plane ticket to the Philippines and an empty suitcase to fill up and bring home. Diet Coke with Lime. Diet Coke with Lime was another one of Coke's flavors that broke consumers' hearts. The soda was discontinued in 2018. Coke received many requests to reinstate the flavor, getting complaints about it going off the market to actual petitions to bring it back.
Just try to bring it back.
Many customers loved the lime-flavored drink. However, when Coke decided to implement Ginger Lime Coke, the fans were not impressed. It seems as though the newly revamped ginger lime flavor was simply not an adequate substitute.